Hello, I'm Czardus. Grab some coffee, sit back, and chill as we build in Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Now, there's a new DLC out, and I know a lot of you have been wanting to see me cover this again for a long time. It's been years since I covered it, and now we're back because the new DLC allows us to start even earlier. And if you know my channel, you know that I like to do things historically. But before we do that, be sure to check out today's sponsor. The video today is brought to you by Instant Gaming. Be sure to click on the link down in the comments below after you watch this video to get some great deals on a new game. So we're going to go to custom game. We will do a random map because that is kind of nice, and we'll see what happens with that. Although there are some new maps in here. It came with some new maps, I think. But anyway, we're going to do random map because that is fun. And I want to do easy mode. We're going to disable realistic. We'll have that there. I do want to manage vehicle, or I want... Yeah, we'll have... I want all of these on here. Let's see, does that make it hard, or... Oh, that's not what I want. Hang on. Okay, this is what I have settled on, and we will start with no population, and you can see all the difficulty settings that I have here. What I've tried to do is I want things to be complex, but I tried earlier to do a realistic mode, and it was a total disaster because you can only build things with your own stuff, which I think eventually we'll be able to do that, but you can't instantly purchase the resources. You have to bring them in from customs, which is really hard at the beginning because if you have your vehicles needing fuel, you can't get the fuel, or like I couldn't get it to work right. Let's suffice to say that. But anyway, I don't want to do frequent fires because I just don't want frequent fires, and we'll have global events be normal. But other than that, everything is on kind of hard, and the unsatisfied citizens will be on medium as well. So start a new game. I want... Yeah, we'll do that. And I don't think I want any buildings yet. New default map. Okay, here we are. So this is my first look at the map. We're going to bring up the mini map so that we can see what we've got. We have a lot of lakes. You know what? I don't like this. I'm going to regenerate it. Okay, let's take a look at this one. So now this is much better. I like this more, a bit more realistic. I turned down the lakes, but it looks like they're completely gone. But we've got this one river, which should be pretty good. I think what we'll do is, let's see, if we start up here, we could connect there and then eventually get up there. So I think this will be our starting area here. So if we come in here, yeah, I want to connect to Corno. And what I think we'll do is we'll get a settlement here by the river. But we're going to start with a mud road because that will be cheapest and not require many resources. Bring this along here. Bring it all the way down to the river. Very, very basic. Where is that? There we go. Okay, so this is going to be our settlement here. We're going to come across like that, I think. Okay, and then we want to right away get some houses. We'll get some small flaps. And we'll get them like here. Get just 2 in there. They're going to build, and then I want to get some shopping, a grocer right away. Put that over there, and a small store right over here. Well, no, let's put it this way, actually. Heating problem, yep, that's fine. Put that there. Okay, so now we've got that, and then I want to go right into food. We're going to get some fields over this way. And I want them to be close enough to the houses. I guess we'll go on this side then. There's going to be a small farming community to start. Let's bring that mud road a little bit further here. So we have 5. It's going to be too big. Let's get a pedestrian path from here to here. And hopefully that will allow us to get just a little bit more crops in here. Yep. Okay. Get 1, 2 in there. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We get 8, 9. That's too far. Okay, so we'll have 9. Well, actually, we could get 1 more here. And then we're going to put the farm building here. So again, it's a very, very basic thing, although that can't go there. Put it there like that. It took out the farm. No, it didn't. Okay. So then we can come in here and we want to get some resources. We'll use rubles. We have a little bit of rubles. Clothes and electronics, fine, yeah. That can be on auto purchase, and the same thing here. Make sure that we're getting some food in. That looks okay. We don't want to do too much. Unemployment is 32%. Let's make sure the fields are assigned. Did not automatically assign them, so I will do it by hand. Okay, and then let's see what vehicles we can buy. There's no tractors yet. Okay. Nothing from there. Okay, yep. Very good. Okay, so heating problem. 1 or more buildings. The temperature is too low. So we need to get heat. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get a small heating plant. It's going to take a bit of infrastructure. But we could put it like over here, I guess. Put it here, it will immediately provide heat there. And we want to get the resources that we need. Construction is working on it. Okay, and we can purchase. We want a little bit of coal. Not very much, just a little bit at a time. Here, yeah, we want to do this. Approve the purchase. And that will automatically fill that a little bit. They don't have drinking water. Let's get some drinking water then. Substation, water tower, small water well. That might work. Yeah. Though we could pump it. No. Okay. We want a small well. And we'll put that over here. Although, I wonder if we should put it farther out from the city. Let's put it there, and I know that means that we're going to have to, like, build from here. Let's get a water tower over here. Or a water substation. There we go, that's what we want. And we'll put that here. Let's put it like this. Let's see, yeah. We'll put it here. And then we'll connect to the pipe from here. Okay, yep, that got a pipe going to there. So now those should be connected, I would hope. Input. This is not connected. How are we not connected? We need power. That's what we need. We are connected. I just checked that, but we need a little bit of power. So we could do a coal power plant, but of course that would be super expensive and take a lot of stuff. So what we're going to do is we want to connect and import our power. This is a foreign power connection. So we're going to come in and we will get, I think we probably need high voltage. We'll bring that right over here. Bring it like this for now. And then we need a transformer. Yeah, these are underground. I don't want underground. Cancel wires, high voltage switch. I just want a power transformer. So we'll get this here. Actually, we'll put it back like this. Put it there, and then we're going to build a road to it. And then we will connect the power. High voltage from here over to there. So now we should have power coming in here. Very good. Although it says power is without supply. Those are connected. We want to make sure that we're importing. Let's figure out what we need to do to import that power. Maximum amount of energy to purchase. We'll get 10%. Great, so this has power now. And then we need to get a medium voltage substation. And if we put it here, it can serve the town, but not the well. So I think what we'll do is we'll get it here. And it can get the... Well, okay, we're going to need two of them based on how that's going. So we're going to go ahead and get one here. And then we'll get another one over here. And we'll probably just put it here. And then we need medium voltage wires there. And then we'll bring another one across here. And then down. Can we get it like... Doesn't want to be there. Here we can though. Go like that. So now that well should be working. It is exporting. And it's putting it over to here. Water substation. Don't have any water there yet. Output 1. Water tank export. We're waiting for it to fill up. I guess that's what we're waiting on. Okay, so I'm missing some steps in here. I need a pump, first of all. Small water pumping station. And that will get things flowing from one spot to another. We'll go ahead and put that here by the power. And then I want a water tower over here to just kind of store the water as well. And we'll put that here. Like, store a little bit of extra water, I mean. So we're going to go to underground right away. We're going to connect here. Oh, it won't let me connect there. Can I get, like, a little switch? No. Okay, well, what we're going to do then is we're going to demolish. We're going to pause. Oh, we are paused. We're going to take that pipe out. And what I want instead, let that complete. We're going to connect. This pipe is going to be kind of weird, but it's going to come along. Okay, first of all, yeah, let's do that. And then this, I want to connect to there. And then we're going to come over here and demolish some of the pipes here. And then I want a pipe from here into there, and from here into there. So that should, theoretically, then this pump will pump the water out from the well and up into the water tower, although we're not quite connected here. You can see that. Let's get that fixed here. Whoop. Again, this game is very detailed, but that does make the learning curve a little bit difficult. I want you to connect those. It does not want to. They, like, just don't want to connect. Okay, we're going to come all the way back to the pump and redo the whole thing. From here to there. Must go from input to output building connection. I thought that's what this was. Oh, this is not... okay. So you can see in the icons here which way it needs to go. So this is the input. This, ridiculously, is the output. And it's kind of strangely designed, but that should get it working. Let's go back to above ground. So we are now filling our water tank. And then theoretically, yeah, here, look, we're getting a little bit of water in there. And the water quality is okay. So that should give us drinking water. And more importantly, that should get our heating plant working, which currently it does not work because we don't have any people here. No workers. Why did... well, probably because it stopped production, but it should be working in a moment. Yep, there we go. We've got one worker there. So now we are getting heat here. But drinking water is of poor quality. That's okay. That will improve. Workers can't go to work because we don't have kindergartens. Okay. And people were unable to get some of the other stuff we need. We have 5%, just one unemployed worker due to a small child. We need to get more people. So we could pay to get people to come. Don't really want to. I think what we'll do instead... how many people are in there? 8, 12. Okay, I think what we'll do is we'll try to encourage more people to come by building more flaps. And it needs to have a road connection, so we'll get that over here. Actually, I kind of want that to be not residential. Let's do this instead. We're going to bring another road out this way. And then we can come in here and get some residential stuff in here. They can get to some places. And to help with that, we will also build a pedestrian path this way. Just so that they can get around a bit easier. So like now they can get to some of the farms, they can get to a lot of places. And we can get a lot of workers in this farm. Just a matter of getting the people to come here. And we're not really producing much. What are we producing? We're sowing the fields right now. And that will output crops into the warehouse. And then we should be able to export that. But we might need... let's go ahead and buy a vehicle then. So this will allow us to transport 4 tons of crops at 21 kilometers an hour. Or we could do this one. I think we need to do this one. Although we need to get fuel first because we do have a requirement of fuel. Okay, so... at some point we have to figure out waste too. How much waste are they getting? 7%. Okay, not a ton. So what we will do then is we will come over here and we will get... let's see, what do we want? I want... fossil fuels? No. Here, the roads. We need refueling. We'll get a gas station. This one is really cheap. And we'll go ahead and put that in town here. So that should immediately start to work. We've got some fuel there. So now we can get a vehicle here. We'll go with this one. And what we should do then is we should get a route. Let's go get a line. We want a new line. And this is going to go from the farm to export. Okay. And we want to name this then. Rename. Let's see. There we go. And then we can come in here. Yeah. Oh, no. I want to accept that. And I want to assign this vehicle. Where is that? This vehicle. I want you on that line. Oh, it's already on there. Does it have that vehicle working on it then? Here. It says transporting, but where are you? Replace. Okay, well, I can't get that to do what I want it to do, so we're going to come in here and we're going to get a road vehicle depot instead. We'll put this off outside of town a tiny bit, like here. And then what we can do is we can come over here and get this vehicle, and I want to reassign it to this work spot. Then we are going to assign it to a line. Set line. Here we go. That is the line it should be doing. So it will come over here and it will get the crops. And then it will take the crops to go places. Now, we still don't have any tractors available. Okay. Citizen happiness is too low. Okay, so let's get some stuff here then. Let's get a sports field. Can we fit it back in? It would be so nice. There we go. So they can go and play there. That should help them be a little bit happier. I'm really concerned about this farm getting going. But once it is operational and actually like exporting, we should be in pretty good shape. I don't want to spend too much on other stuff. We could get some statues. We need to figure out waste. I wonder, can this guy carry waste? No. Look at this, we've got more trucks here. We just don't have tractors. Plastic waste. Aluminum, cement. Yeah, like, at some point we're gonna need to do some of that. What is this one? Citizen health too low. Okay. Culture. There isn't anything here. Food and shopping. Oh, let's get a key, a pub. That can go back in here too. Not a very big building, but it will work. Alcohol kiosk. Very small thing. It's a small town we're building here. Stopped production. The heating plant. Why did you stop? Oh, that's the wrong thing. Here. Okay, you've got a worker now. I feel like we should get a little bit more coal. But I don't think we can change that. Sewage tank is overflowing. Yeah, sewage pollution. Okay, let's figure that out. Let's slow down. And let's get sewage. Sewage. Sewage tank. Let me figure out what we need to do here. Okay, we're going to build a sewage tank, which will take stuff to begin with. And we'll put that here, like this. Okay, so that should connect to things, and then hopefully we can just go right down the hill here. Yeah, and get a sewage discharge over here. Some parts required to be in the water. There we go. Put that right here. Have to flatten the terrain a little bit, which is fine because we are going to have it be flattened. We want a footpath now. And it can't be too steep of a slope. Some stretchers in the way. Hopefully that was close enough. And then we need a pipe. And we need a sewage pipe. That's going to go from here to here. Okay. And hopefully that's all we need to do. This is taking in sewage. And it is discharging a tiny bit each day. Okay, so that is working. That means the sewage should no longer be overflowing. Very good. Very, very good. So we have completed another thing. Drinking water is still of poor quality, but there isn't much we can do about that yet. But we are... Sewage is good. Yeah. All right. So I'm pretty happy with where we're at now. And we're going to leave it here. Thanks for watching. Be sure to click on the video on the screen now. It should be the next one in the series, if it is available. If not, then I will have a different video there. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Take care.